I finally set up a mic system on my helmet, and this is how I've done it. So you need the GoPro camera, of course, along with the mounting system that you use, whatever the system is that you use to mount it onto the helmet. You need a couple of adapters. This is the GoPro audio adapter that comes for the 5, 6 and 7. This is something you can buy off GoPro. And you also need another adapter. This is the Rode SC3 TRRS to TRS adapter. I'll explain why I have this later in this video. Obviously, you need the lavalier microphone, which is what will be picking up the audio. Couple of things to keep in mind when you're getting this. You don't really need something expensive, but you need something that has a short cable. Most lavalier microphones come with a very long cable because they're typically used from pocket till collar. But all of this cable needs to sit in your helmet cheek pad. So the smaller your cable, the less clutter it gets in your cheek pad. You need a few things to get all of this together and onto your helmet. I've got a small piece of velcro, some insulation tape, some double-sided tape, and a pair of scissors. Now, broadly speaking, the setup is going to be this: GoPro camera to GoPro adapter, which then connects into Rode adapter, which connects into lav mic. Now the task is to create a system where all of this is not hanging around like this. For the GoPro Hero 5, 6 and 7, in order to be able to get a helmet mic set up on, you need to remove this side door that it has, which gives you access to the USB Type-C port. And once you pull this off, this camera no longer is waterproof. For my current use, I'm not really going to do anything to waterproof or weatherproof the camera because I'm going to primarily be using it in hot and summery weather. Eventually, waterproofing is something I'll need to figure out, but for the time being in this video, we're not going to be talking about the waterproofing bit. We're just talking about the entire mic setup otherwise. The GoPro's on at this end. I want to now get stuff sorted at the other end, which is the lav mic end of it all. You don't actually have to pull out the cheek pad entirely. You just need to pull out a couple of buttons. Use a rubber band or something like that to tie up the extra cord once you know how much you need. And then you place it inside. I was initially looking at the Rode Smart Lav Plus and some of these more high-end lav mics which cost almost 5,000 rupees each, but eventually I decided to just try out a few of the generic cheaper ones because I want to use this motovlogging setup on multiple helmets, and it's quite a problem to remove and shift your lav mic to different helmets each time you want to change helmets. So I figured I'd prefer to have one lav mic set in each helmet, and in order to be able to do that, I needed to find something that was affordable. So under 200 rupees, this thing works great, and it's going to be in this helmet. I'm going to buy another one and put it into my other helmet so that when I leave the helmet, it'll have this wire hanging over here. I just need to shift the adapter system between helmets, and then I'll be able to motovlog on any helmet that I have. This is the connector on the lav mic, which is a TRRS adapter, and this is the connector that goes into the GoPro adapter, which is a TRS adapter. So that is the reason why I have this additional adapter as well. Now that the GoPro is connected and the lav mic is connected, we need to get to bridging the gap between the two of them, which is what these two adapters are for. Just double check this because this part of the GoPro adapter is kind of stiff. So if you put this in the wrong way around, you're not going to get it as easily. You're going to create a lot more bend in this wire in order to get it to the same place. So you need to double check exactly how you want to mount it. This is how I want this to go in. I want this adapter to come and sit somewhere here on the helmet, and I want this cable, which is the Rode adapter, to double up down here somewhere. I could go ahead and stick this straight onto the helmet, but I don't want to do that again because I want this part of this entire setup to be mobile. I want to be able to shift it between helmets. So I've got this little bit of black velcro, again with the intention to camouflage and not make it look very ugly. If I lived in the US, I would tell you that you could buy it at a Home Depot or someplace cool like that. In India, you just have to go to a tailor shop or a shop that sells needles and buttons and cloth and things like that for tailoring, and you can get yourself like a meter of velcro like this for about 20 rupees. So that's not very expensive at all, and all you need is really just this little bit. So you can probably just ask them for one tiny piece of velcro and they will give it to you just like that. Now velcro tends to have one rougher surface and one smoother surface. I'm using the rougher surface on the helmet itself so that in case when I stick this on there is some sort of a mismatch, this doesn't scratch the helmet. So this softer surface will go onto the adapter. And so now we have a system where these adapters are removable from the helmet but can also be simply stuck back on, stay in place, looks neater, but completely removable. And the lav mic will come over, connect in there, and that's the motovlogging setup. Let's take this out and test it. Alright, so out on the road. I'm in the city today, so I'm riding the city bike. This is a Honda Unicorn. Getting onto a bridge, so I should be able to open up a little bit. This should be a good place to test the mic in terms of how it holds up when you have a lot of wind. Past 80 now, so lots of wind hitting the helmet right now, but hopefully the sound should still be really good. After that signal, I am removing the mic, so the next clip that you see will be without the mic. The mic has now been disconnected, so we're going into GoPro now. Continuing to speak, but this time the GoPro picks up sound without the mic connected. Alright, so the mic's connected again, and got a nice open stretch of road, so get to test it against wind noise again. I've tried a few different mics, and to be honest, I am quite happy with the sound that I get out of this. And like I was saying, since it's an affordable lav mic with a short cable, it just makes a lot of sense to use it. Now I've put links to all of the things that I've used to sort of put this setup together. I've put links in the description below so you guys can look at it, and if it's something you want or it's something you need, you can buy it. There may be cheaper ways to do it. That Rode adapter that I've used, you do get cheaper version adapters for that TRRS to TRS conversion, but I opted to go with something expensive and reliable only because I think that there could potentially be a drop in quality of sound with some of the cheaper ones. I mean, again, just as I did with the lav mic, maybe I will use that and figure out that that doesn't happen, but I am more comfortable using good quality adapters and sort of compromising a little bit on the lav mic, because I don't think you really need something extremely expensive for that. Now, as I was saying earlier, I still haven't really tackled the waterproofing problem because that's something I don't exactly need right away. I was focused on sound. I will get down to addressing that issue subsequently, and as and when I do that, I will post an update in one of my videos. If any of you have an idea other than just pure M-Seal, then let me know about it. It's interesting to toss around some ideas. It took me a while to collate information and figure out what I've done so far, so it'll be nice to get some inputs from you guys on the weatherproofing part of it. Other than that, not much else to say here. I hope you guys found this video useful. I hope some of you will use it, and we're gonna generally have better sound on motovlogging helmets. For now, I'm just gonna chill here in this traffic, and I'll see you guys in the next video.